Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Necronomico and the Cosmic Horror Show, where we have humanity versus the Great Old Ones. The titanic battle for the rule of Earth that has raged before the dawn of history. At least that's what TikTok man likes to say. This is kind of like the battle arena theater kind of aspect of this show. Of course, these old gods, like Cthulhu is what they call her in this show. They're trying to make this entertaining, so they're making a game show out of it. They even brought on this revival gauge, which tells us how much we can manifest in the real world. So the more they win, I'm guessing the more likely they are to manifest in reality. As of right now, they are below 1, so they haven't won anything yet. So that's good. Of course, we do get our helper character. I forgot what her name is. Well, I guess it's not super important because it's not on the Wikipedia. Our helper here is basically saying, oh yeah, they can manipulate reality because they have like superpowers because they're ancient gods, but they have to obey rules, and the rules say they can't manifest themselves unless they win this game or something. So they have to make a whole game show. And we actually get to see the book that the guy who made this whole thing is using. Like, that is definitely some Cthulhu stuff. That is Cthulhu stuff. Anyways, we get to learn our main character's interest is how to kill these old gods. And we learn basically you can't, but you could ask for stuff. And in order to ask for stuff, you need to win. So whatever you do, you need to win. Also, if you don't participate, she says, they'll just kill you. Find a way to kill you. So you have to participate or you die. So even more so, no matter what, you have to win. Let's meet some of our contestants, shall we? We have Hiroshi Tagaki, which is a supernatural streamer who has 145,000 subs. Not bad of a number for a scam artist, which is essentially what this guy is. We then have Naokichi, basically doubling this guy with 258,000 subscribers. He was a 10 million selling manga author as well. So after his manga series ended, he decided he was going to make a YouTube channel, which I'm sure he covers stuff kind of like I do. Then we have Sugumi Tsukasa with 193,000 subscribers. She is a famous actress. Apparently, she was theorized to have slept with one of her managers. Very controversial actress. And of course, we have our main characters, being Kana, the makeup artist. Our main character, Miko, I'm going to assume his name is Ato, because that's the most I can find. And there's like absolutely no information, and I forgot what it was called in the show. So in this game tournament, 4 hosts will be participating. There will be 4 rounds, with our first host being Cthulhu, Haster, Gatanothoa, and finally Ga. Just Ga. With these 4, we'll have the main 4 tournament, and after that, we'll probably have a 5th game with TikTok man. Of course, this wouldn't be a good game show if there weren't rules. It also wouldn't be a good Lovecraftian horror or, you know, typical Japanese horror. They need rules. So here's some of the rules. If you don't join the game, you die. That's to incentivize you play. If you participate and you fail, you'll be hung up like a hamstring, and they call it going insane. I'm not sure how insane you are. I think it's more likely that you go comatose, because that seems to be what really happens. Maybe it's that they hang themselves and that's why they're hung out like a hamstring, like they leave the game and then they hung themselves. I don't know, but that would be awkward because everyone does it. And 3, if you win, you will receive a prize or a corresponding wish will come true. So we have 2 horrible things that will happen, and maybe 1 good thing. Yeah, this sounds like evil gods. Yeah. 2 horrible things, 1 good thing. Yeah, definitely not worth it. They're all gonna hop in because they don't really have a choice. And we get this tough scene. Look at her. She's so cool. She's like, whoa, I'm gonna go in. like you have much of a choice. But she wasn't gonna question it anyway. She wanted to go heal her sister. And TikTok Man says, now that we have less people, we should be able to make you more realistic within the game. So they appear in a schoolyard, kind of. And this game is called the Old Ones Academy. This is a game hosted by Cthulhu. Basically, if they don't get caught in 60 minutes, then the money is all theirs. So they have to survive an hour without getting caught. And it turns out the things that are chasing them are really slow and dumb. And they even find out by moving some statues around, you can kill these things and earn points. Or maybe not kill, but you flatten them. But then Cthulhu says, oh, well, you guys have been underestimating me. It seems easy because the game hasn't really started yet. Then she summons this abomination. That's an abomination. That is definitely something I would read in a Lovecraftian book. Anything Lovecraftian, that's right there. Goes right along with that. Anyway, they don't know what that is. They're running for their lives. It's chasing after them. It has chainsaws for hands, spinning blades and stuff, and they block it off with one of the statues. So apparently the statues work as obstacles as well as killing utensils. So they block this thing off and it walks away, and that seems to be the end of the episode. Our main cast seems to be in quite a pickle here, where they have to survive 60 minutes without being caught by either the little toads that are kind of creepy, or this giant red black demon monster. So, what do you guys think? With our small cast of characters that we have, I'm really hoping none of them die immediately. If they do die, I'm not sure if they'll go insane from one game, but it seems like if you lose, you go insane. So if you lose one game, I would imagine at least one of you go insane. So we'll have to find out. Also, there's 5 games and 10 levels, so I'm guessing each game they win, they gain anywhere between 2 to 4 points on their reality marker. If they got 2 every time, they'd have to win every single game in order to manifest in reality. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And until next time, you guys have a blessed day.
And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.